Discussion on A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. Summary, Analysis, Themes and Characters. Characters. Blanche Dubois, a fading Southern belle clinging to her past. Blanche represents fragility, illusion, and the struggle to maintain dignity in a harsh world. Stanley Kowalski, a brutish and practical man, Stanley embodies raw masculinity and the working-class ethos. His cruelty toward Blanche drives the play's central conflict. Stella Kowalski. Torn between her love for Stanley and loyalty to Blanche, Stella represents compromise and complicity in the face of abuse. Mitch Harold Mitchell, a sensitive and awkward man who seeks companionship with Blanche. Mitch's disillusionment after learning Blanche's past highlights the fragility of trust and idealism. Eunice and Steve, neighbors who mirror Stanley and Stella's tumultuous relationship, emphasizing the normalization of domestic violence. Alan Gray, Blanche's deceased husband, whose homosexuality and tragic death deeply affect her psyche and relationships. Themes. Desire and destruction. The play explores how unchecked desire can lead to self-destruction. Blanche's romantic fantasies and Stanley's raw physicality embody different aspects of desire. Illusion versus reality. Blanche's reliance on illusion to cope with her past contrasts with Stanley's brutal honesty. This conflict drives much of the drama. Class and social conflict. The clash between Blanche's Old South gentility and Stanley's working-class masculinity represents broader social changes in post-war America. Gender and power dynamics. The play critiques traditional gender roles and highlights the oppression of women in a patriarchal society, as seen in Stella's dependence on Stanley and Blanche's victimization. Mental health and trauma. Blanche's decline highlights the stigma and misunderstanding surrounding mental illness. Violence and brutality. The play depicts the pervasive nature of violence in relationships, particularly through Stanley's aggressive dominance. Summary. Act 1. Arrival of Blanche. Blanche Dubois arrives in New Orleans to visit her sister, Stella, and her brother-in-law, Stanley Kowalski. Blanche, a fragile and aristocratic woman, contrasts sharply with Stella's working-class lifestyle. Blanche reveals that their ancestral estate, Belle Reve, has been lost due to financial troubles. Stanley's crude behavior and suspicion toward Blanche's claims create tension. Act 2. Stanley's suspicion. Stanley investigates Blanche's past, uncovering her reputation as a woman of questionable morality who lost her teaching job due to an affair with a student. He believes Blanche is hiding the truth about Belle Rêve's loss and accuses her of deceit. Act 3. Blanche and Mitch. Blanche develops a romantic relationship with Mitch, one of Stanley's friends, who sees her as refined and virtuous. However, Stanley reveals Blanche's scandalous history to Mitch, shattering their relationship. Act 4. Blanche's decline. Blanche's mental health deteriorates as she faces rejection and humiliation. Stanley's hostility culminates in a violent confrontation where he assaults her. This traumatic event marks the final collapse of Blanche's fragile psyche. Act 5. Blanche's departure. Blanche, delusional and broken, is taken away to a mental institution. Stella, torn between loyalty to Blanche and her dependence on Stanley, chooses to stay with her husband despite the abuse. Analysis. A Streetcar Named Desire is a rich tapestry of human emotions, societal critique, and psychological depth. Tennessee Williams uses symbolism, such as the streetcar named Desire and cemeteries, to underscore life's relentless journey toward inevitable decay. The blending of realism and expressionism in the play's structure allows for a profound exploration of human vulnerability and resilience.